Your brain is making around 35,000 decisions every single day, and here's the unsettling part. A handful of invisible mental shortcuts are quietly making most of them for you without your permission. We're talking about subconscious choices that slip under the radar, influencing everything from what you eat to who you trust. These mental shortcuts are called cognitive biases, and they're secretly controlling your decisions. But what are they exactly? We're not even aware of most of them, and that's what makes them so powerful. Can we really trust our brains to make the best choices for us? Are we truly in control, or are these biases pulling the strings? Let's dive right in with the first invisible puppeteer: confirmation bias. This is when we actively seek out and favor information that confirms what we already believe. Think about it. You have a strong opinion on a topic. What do? You probably look for articles, videos, or friends who agree with you. We all do it. We filter out anything that challenges our existing views. This isn't about being stubborn. It's our brain trying to save energy, creating a cozy echo chamber. But here's the catch. It stops us from seeing the full picture. It makes us trust sources that simply mirror our thoughts, even if they're not the most reliable. Are we truly making informed choices, or just reinforcing our own assumptions? What if the prices you see in stores are manipulating your decisions? This is happening right now, and it's called the anchoring effect. We're talking about how the very first number or piece of information we see distorts every judgment that follows. Think about it. When you see a crossed out "was $200 price" next to a now $99 tag, doesn't the deal feel irresistible? That's because our brains are anchoring on that initial $200 price, making the $99 price seem like a steal. But what if the product was never really worth $200 in the first place? We're being tricked into thinking we're getting a better deal than we actually are. Can we really trust our own judgments when we're being influenced like this? Are we making decisions based on facts or just clever marketing tricks? Ever found yourself sticking with something, even when it's clearly not working out? Maybe you're halfway through a truly terrible movie. You know it's bad. You're bored, but you keep watching. Why? Because you've already invested an hour of your precious time. That, my friends, is the sunk cost fallacy at play. We've already put something in time, money, effort, and we hate the idea of that investment going to waste. So we double down. We stay in that subscription service we barely use just because we've been a member for years. We cling to a failing project at work, pouring in more resources simply because we've already spent so much. It feels like quitting means all that initial effort was for nothing. But here's the kicker. That initial effort is already gone. It's a sunk cost. It won't come back. So why do we let past decisions trap us in future bad ones? Here's an uncomfortable one. The least skilled people are often the most confident, while genuine experts second-guess themselves. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect, and it explains why the loudest person in the group chat about stocks, nutrition, or politics is rarely the one who actually studied the subject. When you know almost nothing about a topic, you don't have enough knowledge to even see how much you're missing. So your confidence shoots up before your competence ever catches up. Real experts, on the other hand, have spent enough time in the details to know exactly how complicated the subject really is, so they hedge, they qualify, they say it depends. That's why the most convincing voice online is so often the least reliable one. Real expertise usually sounds a lot more uncertain than we expect it to. This is happening right now and nobody is talking about it. Our brains are wired with biases that secretly control our decisions. We think we're making rational choices, but are we? What if the things we create ourselves are actually worthless to others but priceless to us? The IKEA effect is real, and it's making us overvalue things simply because we built or assembled them ourselves. We feel a sense of pride and ownership over that bookshelf we struggled to assemble, even if it's a bit wonky. Or think about a home-cooked meal. Doesn't it taste better just because of the effort involved? We're not just valuing the end result but the effort that went into making it. Can we really trust our own judgments when our brains are playing tricks like this on us? Imagine this: you meet someone new. They're incredibly attractive. Instantly, your brain makes a leap. You start to think they're also smarter, kinder, more trustworthy. All without a shred of evidence. This is the halo effect. It's when one single positive impression, like someone's looks or a famous brand name, makes us unconsciously assume everything else about that person or product is also good. Real studies confirm this power. Attractive people are consistently rated as more competent, more intelligent, and even more trustworthy, often with zero actual proof. Think about it. A famous brand's halo can make us perceive their products as higher quality, even if the item is identical to a lesser-known one. Are we truly making our own choices? Or are we just following a subconscious glow? So why does your brain do this to you at all? Every single one of these biases exists for a reason. They're mental shortcuts that evolved when humans needed to make fast survival decisions with incomplete information, not carefully reasoned ones. Full analysis takes time and energy, and for most of human history, hesitating too long could get you killed. The problem is those same shortcuts are still running today, except now they're deciding what you buy, who you trust, and what you believe, often with nobody checking the math. The good news is there's one simple habit that catches almost any bias in the act. Before you commit to a decision, pause and ask yourself, would I still think this if I were watching myself from the outside? That one question forces your brain out of autopilot, even just for a second, and a second is usually all it takes. We're all prone to cognitive biases, but recognizing them is the first step to freedom. What if the way you think is secretly controlling your decisions? We've explored some of the biases that affect us daily, from confirmation bias to the sunk cost fallacy. Now it's time to reflect. Which bias did you recognize in yourself the most? Take a moment to think about it. Can you recall a situation where you fell victim to one of these biases? Share with us in the comments below. If you want to unlock more secrets about our minds and the world around us, subscribe now and hit that notification bell. Next, we'll be diving into the fascinating world of emotional intelligence. Don't miss it.